Hello, my name is Zillion St. Hilaire, and I want to show in this demonstration how to use Intel AMT Director to set up a machine with TLS and to use it with certificates and all. So I have a basic machine here that I've already set up in enterprise mode. And if you've watched the previous training video, I've just configured it with a basic profile. And so right now it's running in enterprise mode, but it doesn't have any TLS authentication. So the first thing I need to do when I start doing TLS authentication is to go in my certificate manager here and create a new root certificate or load one of my own. Now, in most cases for testing purposes or for small deployment of a few machines, what you want to do is just create your own root certificate. And I'm going to call it my sample root, and I'll call it sample organization, say generate, and in a few seconds I will have my own root certificate that I can use to assign other certificates and issue permissions and stuff. Now, right now this is a root, and and I have signature rights on this certificate. The sign here means that I can sign other things because I have the private key associated with this cert. The first thing I want to do is click on the toggle trust button. Now this will cause this certificate to be added to the Windows Trusted Certificate Store. So now not only does Director have this certificate, but now Windows as a platform, including web browsers, Internet Explorer, and so on, will now trust this certificate as a valid root certificate. Now once this is done, what I can do is I can click on it and say issue a new certificate from this root, and now I have a few options of certificates I can issue from this one. For example, I can create a sub certificate authority. I can create certificates for zero touch, for local agents, for remote agents. I also have a certificate type called all permissions, and this allows me to create a certificate for absolutely everything. Now, I'm not going to use this one. I'm just going to go ahead and not generate one right now. But I'm just going to use my root here. But in other circumstances, this will be very, very useful. Now, once I have my root certificate, I'm going to create a new security profile. I'm going to call it the secure profile. I'm going to say OK. There you go. In the secure profile, I want to enable interfaces. I want to enable all of these. TLS authentication, I'm going to use server authentication. Say OK. TLS certificate, I'm going to issue a new certificate to whatever machine this profile is applied to. I'm going to use my sample root to issue a certificate, and in this demonstration the certificate will have the target machine's IP address on it, and my organization name, and the key size I want to use. If I want to use a bigger or smaller key size, I can say OK. Then I can say what certificate I want AMT to trust, and I want this one. Actually, this is only needed when you do mutual authentication, but in this demo we'll do server auth only. So that's pretty much it. I can also create user account, of course. I can change the administrator name and password, but in this case we'll leave it unchanged. Very well. By the way, the trusted FQDN, this is only useful when you're doing mutual authentication, and in this demo we'll only do server authentication for local and remote. So we're all set. I'm going to go and right click on secure profile, say set, select the machine I want to set it to, say OK, and now the machine is going to be assigned a certificate. I'm going to disconnect, reconnect, and now you'll notice that instead of saying HTTP, it now says HTTPS and the IP address of the machine. And now this machine is connected using TLS. I can click on this IP address, and you'll see the web browser pop up, HTTPS, and the name. I can log in, admin, my password, OK, and now I'm logged in. You'll notice that there's a little padlock, and I can click on that and say View Certificate. And this is the certificate that was issued to the Intel AMT machine. So it was issued to an IP address in this case, issued by my sample root. You can take a look at the details, and also you can see that this certificate is signed by my sample root, and my sample root happens to be trusted, so this certificate is okay. Wonderful. So this is just how easy it is to start using TLS. And now I'm really, I have a lot of security here when accessing this web page. I can go ahead and close the web page, take a look at the security settings. You'll notice a trusted certificate, the TLS certificate. I can take a look here at the certificate chain, double click, say view. This is the certificate I just saw in Internet Explorer, but you can see it in Director, and so on and so forth. Now what I'm going to do is put this aside for a moment and open Intel AMT Commander, and I'm going to add a new machine. It's going to be 192.168.5.80, my password. I'll say remember, and then I'll go ahead and connect to it. Now you'll notice that before I connect to it, it says HTTP here, because Intel AMT Commander doesn't know yet that this is a secure machine. But when I connect, he's going to try without security. Notice that it's not working, and he's going to switch over to HTTPS, and aha, it works. So this is because Intel AMT Commander has TLS automatic detection. And so you'll notice that now he's connected, and he's doing all the operations using TLS. I can do remote control, take control, and now he's going to use TLS to open this this window here. And you'll see TLS secured and serial over LAN enabled. So now I have TLS ID redirect, ID, and secured serial over LAN. So that's it for my demo. I hope you've noticed how easy it was to set up TLS with Intel AMT Director. Your certificate management, everything is built in to one application. Thank you, and have a great day.